Here's a quick tutorial for creating WPAP style art using Affinity. WPAP originated from Indonesia in the mid-70s and is a pop art style that turns images into bold geometric shapes with vibrant high contrast colors. So there are many ways how you can create this style, but it all starts by dividing the photo in sharp geometric shapes. Your best friend during this process will be the pen and the node tool in Affinity. Using the pen tool, you can start tracing the image. Alternatively, you can also first draw a main shape or global lines which will act as a base where all the shapes and lines will fit into. Make sure you just create straight lines using the pen tool by just clicking. When you want to finish a line, press the escape button. It should be quite straightforward. One thing to keep in mind when using the pen tool is that when you click on an existing node, it will remove it. While the pen tool is selected, you can hold the Alt or Option key to temporarily switch to the node tool, allowing you to move the node if needed. If you find tracing challenging, here are 2 tips that can help. Make a duplicate of your image, and while the duplicate is selected, use the Pixel Filters Detect Edges menu. This will create a black and white image where the edges of the image are shown. Add a levels adjustment on top and increase the black level to 10 to 25% and lower the white level to 1 to 5%. This will invert the image, and when we set the blend mode of the levels adjustment to luminosity, we get a more pleasing image to work with. You can use this as a guide for creating the outline lines. The second tip is using threshold adjustment to find colored areas. After you add the threshold adjustment, lower its opacity to around 15% and filter the highlights. While the threshold dialog is still open, press Command or Ctrl J to duplicate the threshold. The duplicated threshold is now auto-selected and the dialog will apply to the duplicate. Lower the threshold to add more detail to the image. Continue this process until you have divided the image in different luminosity ranges. Basically, this is very similar to the posterized adjustment. But I do like this more as you have a bit more control. These adjustments can help you to find edges and areas to draw your shapes on. Again, this is totally optional. So I think there are 2 ways of creating the final shapes. Either you directly create closed shapes, or just as I'm doing right now, just draw the lines and then create the shapes after. I prefer the latter method as it gives more flexibility in modifying the shape design before filling it in. Let's forward a bit in time, and here is my final design of the lines. As I didn't create closed shapes that can be filled with a color, I need to create the shapes first. For this, I will switch to the vector persona and select the Shape Builder tool. You can also use the shortcut key S for this. In order to make shapes with the Shape Builder dialog, we first need to select all the shapes from the Layers panel. If you have a lot of layers, this can be irritating, so what I usually do is turn on the Shape Builder tool and select all the layers using the Command or Ctrl A keyboard shortcut. One important thing to keep in mind is that before using the Shape Builder tool, make sure that the Cleanup option is not set to all unused geometry. Personally, I keep it at none. This will make sure nothing gets removed after a shape is created by the Shape Builder. If you did a great job with the lines, you can immediately create the shapes. In my case, I was a bit sloppy, and as you can see, multiple shapes from the lines overlap. This means that the nodes in the lines are not aligned perfectly, or in other words, there is a gap somewhere. I just need to fix the line so that there are no gaps. You can press the Alt or Option key while a shape is selected. This will show in red the outline of the shape, which can help you in detecting where the issues could be. To fix the issue, you can press the A key for the node tool and adjust the nodes so that there are no gaps. Make sure to turn on snapping because that will definitely help. Here is another tip. You can switch to the wireframe mode using the View menu. This will give you a much better view of the nodes, especially if you use a thick outline like me. This whole process can take a bit of time, depending on how much effort you put in when creating the initial lines. So I would suggest to make sure that when you're creating the lines, You should try to be as precise as possible. Once I have everything converted to closed shapes, the fun part starts, giving the shapes color. Again, this is totally a creative decision. Choose some bold, bright, contrasting colors to fill the shapes. I have created a simple palette of colors which will be the base colors I will use. Select the shape and change the color either from the color wheel or use the color picker to select a color from your canvas. It can happen that a shape is not there because we missed it during the previous step. Just press S for the shape builder, select all the shapes with Command or Ctrl A and create the shape. Press S again to exit the shape builder and the shape will be available. Once I'm done with filling all the shapes, I usually go to the Layers panel and do a quick cleanup. Most of the time there will be some unused curves which I will remove in the Layers panel. After cleaning up the unused shapes, I'll group them and with the group selected, I'll set the outline to none so that the blue outline we used earlier is no longer visible and our effect is done. The before and the after. Pretty cool. If needed, you can still fine-tune the design by adding or modifying the shapes. Hope you liked this video and found it useful. Thanks again for tuning in and see you in the next video.
You enjoying the sun this morning? Oh my god.
That you'd think he was 3 feet away from it.
Quality of these guys, you wouldn't expect him to miss either, to be honest.
Well, he's very close to splitting the 2 red balls and getting to the jack. That's what the target is. Oh, look at this. Oh, that is ridiculous. That is just so good. It is ridiculous. What a ball. Oh. That was outrageous.